I made a $127,727 selling this extremely simple, plain and boring product with Google Ads, and in this video I want to go over the exact strategy of how I made it happen. Now, while most e-commerce brands out there focus on interesting products or quirky products, I actually personally love it when the products I'm trying to sell are extremely boring, because it takes out the effort of finding that unique factor or that unique twist to it. And believe it or not, this actually also helps the Google Ads algorithm find your perfect audience even in a better way. Now, let me explain all of this. The product I'm referring to is this chainsaw sawmill right here. It's a very simple, very boring product. As you can see here, the main job is to use it to cut those wooden planks and basically saw them in a correct manner to make sure they're the correct length, width, etc. And when I was selling this product back in the day, there were not as many competitors during that time. I mean, the main time period when I was selling this product was during 2018, 2019, and even in 2020, because this was a best-selling product for me for roughly 3 years with Google Ads. But what kind of happened during that time was I came across this product just doing some random searches on Amazon, and I wanted to source this product and really start scaling it to the next level with Google Ads. This was through my own e-commerce brand, because back then I was heavily focused on running my own e-commerce brand. But flash forward a couple of months after I found this product, I had already launched a great testing campaign for this, because during that time there was no such thing as smart shopping campaigns or even performance max campaigns. So everything was literally all about standard shopping campaigns, and that's exactly what I did. I launched a standard shopping campaign for this product, but the main approach behind this is what I want to show you. With brands like these, with simple products like these, what you want to do, the last thing you want to do is start a price war where your product, it looks essentially the same thing as the person next door, or it looks very similar to the others ranking side by side. This is when a price war gets started, when your ads have no kind of differentiation to them versus your competitors. Even back then, I knew this, and I knew that a lot of these competitors were selling the same product as me. There was nothing too crazy between this product right here versus this one. It was essentially the same thing. So if I wanted to sell this product for a premium price and enjoy more profits, I had to do the one major thing which so many brands lack out on, which is focusing on the perceived value of the product. I started doing that by first starting off with the perfect product image, which is designed to make my product, my sawmill, stand out. Now, during that time, there were a lot of these white background, plain, simple images for this product, and there was not a lot of drop shippers or none of that stuff happening that time. So because I was one of the first ones to find this product, at least on the drop shipping side of things, I was able to also source some high quality images like these ones right here, or even this one right here where the product was in full view. I mean, right now the product image is this one right here, but it used to be the second one back in the day, and I was always A/B testing. But right off the bat, I wanted to have an extremely high CTR, and for me, a high CTR even to this day is anything above 1%. So I started off with the perfect product image, made sure it had a high perceived value, and then that got me working on the product title itself. Now, there's two ways to go about your product title strategy. Number one is to go about writing the product title for the algorithm, meaning the right keywords, the right kind of keyword search volume, enough people searching for them, etc. Second way is by adding a product title which has high perceived value. Now, during that time, I wanted to do a little bit of both, which is why I started by naming the product title something with high perceived value, which can directly relate to the user. So things like portable, premium, luxurious, heavy duty. These were some of the major words I tested during that time for this product title. And then this was followed by just a very simple search engine optimized keyword title, which was home chainsaw sawmill, and then the kind of the inches as to how big this was specifically. But that was pretty much it. Nowadays, there's very big titles, as you can see. These go on and on. There's even a ... here. But during that time, I just wanted to focus on these two things, writing for the user and writing for the algorithm. But along with that, I wanted to have a very strong Google Merchant Center. So I started off by adding all of the necessary information in the product feed, but I wanted to add reviews as quickly as possible, because back then, when I was in this niche, niche, there were barely any competitors with reviews. I mean, majority of these, they just were up and they were just running the shopping campaign. There was not a lot of effort or emphasis put on their ad. So I came in and I really wanted to make my ad stand out. I added up reviews in, I added special promo codes in, which helped me get little badges at the top left, which had 10% off or 5% off. And it also helped make the color of my price green instead of just having black. All these things helped that initial perceived value aspect of things, really helped get that CTR to the levels I wanted to. I mean, all time it was 1.52% CTR, which is absolutely insane. This got over 5 to 10 million impressions during that time. Unfortunately, some of the variations here I deleted, which is why you cannot see all of the data. But essentially, from there, it was then going into the actual campaign strategy and actually going into the overall campaign layout. But before that, if you run a brand doing $1 million a year and you need just a little bit of extra help scaling to multi-seven figures with Google Ads, go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and schedule a free call with me to see essentially how we can work together and make that happen. But as I said, during that time, there was no such thing as smart bidding. There was no such thing as performance max. I mean, there was smart bidding, but I was not using it. So it was all manual bids. Now, regardless of what bidding strategy it was, even during that time, I wanted to focus more on specific product categories because I wanted to introduce segregation for my product. So what I did is I went about a segregation strategy, which was based on the collections or sub-collections. In this case, I put all of these chainsaw sawmills, which were similar to each other or just total all together inside their own shopping campaigns. And then I started that campaign just focusing on them. And in the start, right off the bat, even this product was a great best-selling product. I mean, this is something you need to understand with Google. If a product is going to work, it can start working right away. You don't need to give it tons of time to work. It doesn't need to take months and years to start working. If you set up the foundation correctly with high perceived value and things done for the user as well as the algorithm, along with a good strategy which has smart bidding, but also very competitive budgets as well, then the product can literally start working overnight. So if you look right here on my screen, we can see that this product really started taking off during the middle portion of October in 2020. That was when it really started gaining some momentum. In the first week, or basically the first kind of week that it started selling within October, it had a very poor ROAS of a 2x. It spent $100 and made back $200. It was not impressive at all. However, as the algorithm started to gain momentum, as it started to show this ad to more and more people, not only did the ad spend go up, but the return on ad spend also started to increase. I mean, during the time period of November, December, it had a 5 to 10x ROAS on some weeks, which is absolutely insane because this was only one campaign. There were other campaigns running this product and its variations. But again, having a smart bidding based approach, just letting things start to optimize and gain momentum once you have them properly optimized on the product feed level, on the foundational level, then Google's algorithm is very smart. It will be able to pinpoint the perfect audience for you, and it will be able to go out and show your ads to those people. But once you kind of get things rolling, then it comes down to the scaling strategies and how to scale properly. Here, we implemented two different kind of scaling tactics. We did horizontal scaling, but in this situation, horizontal scaling simply meant adding more product variations which were similar to this winning product, meaning sourcing these products actually. You can go about another way with horizontal scaling by adding more campaign types, search, YouTube, demand gen, etc. During that time, we just wanted to go with shopping only, so we added more variation. But the second way we scaled was just increasing and doubling and tripling the budget. I mean, during that time, because there were so many variations, which, by the way, having variations means you can take up multiple spaces here on shopping. So instead of having just one product ranked number 1 or one product ranked number 4, you want to have 5 products within the top 10. So 5 of these listings are yours, which means you take up more space. There's a better chance and higher chance somebody will buy the product from you. So that was our main goal then, which is why we really focus on the horizontal aspects out of things. But vertical scaling was introduced by increasing budgets, decreasing restrictions to really let the algorithm go out and start finding the perfect audience for us. And once the momentum was built, this became very easy. But with that, if you run a brand, again, doing $1 million a year and you need just extra help scaling to multi-7 figures with Google Ads, go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and schedule a free call with me to see essentially how we can work together and make that happen. But go ahead and check out this video right here on another case study I did of a brand which will use similar tactics like these ones to scale to multi-8 figures with Google.